channel. What do you want on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the fishing, folks. Thanks for coming back in, my friends. Thank you. Yeah, a little windy. We got the wind block on. I might have to get you guys a little closer because even though the wind block is going to stop the wind for the most part, it is going to muffle the sound. We are just getting started, folks. Let's see if we can catch some today. We've already got a skipjack herring in the bag, so that's going to be bait. Fresh one, too. I've got the old one from the other day, but I don't think that one's going to do any good. All right, thank you guys for coming in, my friends. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get these rods out, and I will check that chat. We got worm. I made a run to the bait shop. Yeah, I cast over on that point for quite a while. I got one big old striper over there, and then I just started getting skipjack herring. So I don't think there are any white bass over there right now. Now, there's a lot of skipjack. I mean, the skipjack I got over there is like a pound and a half. That's a big old sucker. We're going to get corn on this far rod, and I'm going to get worm on this close rod. And then get these guys out here, and I will check that chat. It's a beautiful day, folks. It's going to be 65 for a high. One of our last few warm, really warm days we're going to be getting for a while. We are going to be getting some more warm days scattered about, scooter to boot, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to be getting a few cold snaps very soon. That's our corn rod out. Let's get our worm rod out. Hopefully that wind block is doing its job. I spent quite a while setting the camera up, and then a buddy of mine, Chris, Chris is that's a hard one to remember. Preston is kayak fishing. He texted me, you know, as someone. Yeah, he had an altercation up at Jefferson Lake, and yeah, that was kind of bad. I just really wanted to make sure he was okay. Yeah, if he comes in, I'll ask if it's okay for me to mention it on the feed, but I'd rather not unless I have his permission. Nothing bad happened, but some words were exchanged, and some stuff happened, I'm afraid. But I'm gonna keep that out until I get his permission, because I don't want to upset anyone. All right, this is pretty good. Let's get this out of here. And what do I remember? Yeah, I remember what we were doing the other day. Let's see if this is still working. We were casting this up current, letting that drift down. Got quite a bit of wind today, about maybe 8-10 miles per hour. It's not too bad. I'm 65 degrees, sunny. I can take it. I can take it if you guys can take it. I know you guys can take it because you're sitting in your on your house. I don't. Ooh, buddy, come on, hit it. Come on. Yeah, he's pecking at it. Oh, you little stinker, man. Man, he was popping it hard, too. He's doubling it there for a second. We are going to be doing some different types of fishing today. We got all day. I've got both my battery extenders that gives us 10 hours of charge if we want to do it. Which I'm probably not going to do, but it's just good to have the option when you're out here, folks. I cast a rooster tail on that point, see if I can catch some more skipjack on feed. I keep my eyes peeled because most of those skipjack are like this big. So a half-pound white bass could eat those skipjack whole. I'm just waiting to start seeing spraying over here. There's a lot of little baby fry coming out of that little creek thingy over here too, which adds to the potential food sources that come out of this little creek over here, or brook, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, that's back. And there goes our Yeah, we got a little bit of a wind today, folks. Just a smidgen. That's about right. Exactly where it was at the past. We're getting low enough to where we should be avoiding the majority of the snags. The snags should be like in here right by the bank. And we're casting past them. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And this should be set up right here. I try to mark in the sand where the rod should be so you guys get a pretty cool view. All right, let's get on to the feed, and we'll check that chat. All right, there we are, folks. Got the Danny MVP. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Danny says, welcome all. Let's see, I'm Jason. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jason says, hey, Mike, hopefully you'll catch a beast today. Actually, I already caught one. If you check my short feed, I caught about, what's it, 3 1/4 pound striper already today. Let's see, Antar, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Painter, appreciate you coming in, my friend. Let's see, Painter says, hi, I'm from Slovakia, Europe. Awesome, my friend, to have you in. This is St. Louis, Missouri. Now we're about a 1/4 mile upriver from the Arch in St. Louis. Got blown over. Something got blown over. Something just hit the ground over there. I see Pierre Coops, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Jason says, what's happening, Danny? Jason says, hey, Pierre. Let's see, I'm gonna have to check that. Lisa, thanks for coming in, Lisa. Appreciate it, my friend. We're just getting started. The angle of the sun is just right on us right now, folks. Lisa says, hey. And he says, hey, Lisa. Let's see, here it says Jason. Go to channel. Let's see, what got a fish dude? Thanks for coming in, my friend. What got a fish dude says hi. Let's see, Care Bear. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Care Bear says hi. See you, Bushmaster. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys are having a great day. I see you, Rubberneck's in the house. Thanks for coming in, Rubberneck. Appreciate that, my friend. See 13 people in, 21 thumbs up. That is awesome, folks. I see Tommy Stamina. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Tommy Stamina says, how we doing, Mike? We're just getting started. Had a couple bites on corn already. We are getting some strikes out there with artificials. We're going to be trying that a little later. And we got a big old skipjack herring already. And we did catch like a 3 1/2 pound strike, 3 1/4 pounds. So it's 3 pounds, 3.75. Let's see, Care Bear says, liked over here too. Let's see, Whisker, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Whisker. Whisker says, hello, MVP, how's it going? We're just getting started, Whisker. Hope you're having a great day, my friend. And John C is in the house. What's going on, John C? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Chris says hi. Let's see, Whisker says hello, Tommy. Let's see, Tommy says John C. Jenny says hi, Bub. Baracco. Thanks for coming in, Baracco. I'm sorry if I missed you in chat. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Les, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Les says, John C. Let's see. John says, windy there lately in the Northeast. It definitely has been, my friend. It's been windy here too. All right, we didn't get a bite on a worm on our first cast, so maybe we need to. We were just casting where they were hitting them. Actually, that worm is pretty much gone, so it definitely got a bite. Get this back out there. We definitely had a bite on this one. I just didn't see it. That's too far out. Yeah, we are getting some bites on artificials down here. I'm going to be trying that a little bit. There's some carp running up here right now. I want to see if I can get a big old carp on right now. Maybe some drums, some skipjack. Who knows what's going to be hitting on worm out here. Sure would like a big old grass carp or buffalo carp. We did go by the bait shop today. We got about 2 dozen red wigglers on us. Let me know if that wind is bothering you guys at all. I'll try to adjust that wind block. I think I got it pretty good. Now it's that hole. It's a little loose. Could be a little bit tighter. And our rod placing should be right there. I tried to measure these out. I measured in the sand. Hopefully I got it right. I mean, I kind of made marks here in the sand so that I could get the rods in just the right angle so they'd be like that. About 65 degrees, sunny. A little windy, but manageable. Not like it's blowing me off the river. We've been down here before, folks, where we've had sandstorms down here, so you know how bad the wind can get. You guys can probably hear that wind in the background. This is really where I'd like to have a third rod, so I can have worm, corn, any artificial out there, but we're still working on it. I'd like to have like a micro or, well, not a micro, an ultralight. Something I can put about 6 or 8, 4-pound test on. I actually don't have one of those. I have an ultralight reel. I don't have an ultralight rod. In fact, I'm out of rods, to be honest. I had to put that one together with spare parts. This is 5 rods here. So this is 2 pieces here, 1 piece in the middle, 1 piece there, 1 piece there. Yeah, it's a Frankenstein rod, folks. Yep, I admit it, it's a Frankenstein rod. Well, I have done that before with rods. Those tend to last longer, actually, than the other rods. Take a little thicker piece so that you can connect like two eye tips that won't go together. Like this one snapped there, so I connected that to that with that piece. And then the base of this handle was broke, so I replaced that with another piece. That one actually fit, so got them. Fish on, folks. Fish on. Ooh, buddy. Whoa. That drag set a little bit too tight. We've got big old drum. That's a nice drum. Our first fish of the day. Yeah, if they're like this all day, I'm gonna be working at this because that's like a 4.5, 5 pounder. Woo! Yeah, that's a big guy there, folks. Ah. You guys wonder why I come over here and fish with worm and go spend a few dollars for bait down at the bait shop? This is why. Boy, I got that hook into him. That's seriously good. Right in the jaw. I ain't got him in a bad spot. That's just a tough spot. Little stinker won't let go, man. I hate to get my pliers out. Ow! Dang it, that hook went right into me. Jeez, dude. Alright, time to jiggle it. And there it goes. And when all else fails, just jiggle that hook and just come out. I'm gonna wash this guy off. He's got like a month and a half for him. Yeah, he's a serious 4 or 5 pounder. Just imagine this is a bass. Alright, folks, there we go. That first fish of the day, look at that silver and that sun. Now solid 4 1/2, 5 pounder. That's just gorgeous, folks. That's absolutely beautiful. That's actually our first fish on feed, but this is our 3rd fish. I've got a skipjack herring and I've caught a big old striper before the feed, so. Yeah, that striper was about the same size as this drum. Ooh, look at that guy. And that sun. All right, well, let's get a close-up of this fish before we let her go. Yeah, these guys, he's cold too, man. Woohoo! I think the air is like 60 degrees. That water can't be over 50. Big old close-up for you guys. All right, buddy. Back in the water. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. No skunk on the feed, folks. No skunk on the feed. And you about pulled the dang stick out of the ground. Guess I better watch this a little closer, shouldn't I? I looked down, I saw the rod going full pull, and he was trying to pull right over the dang old stick. Just imagine if I could actually dig some nice worms right now, what I could get down here. These are all just little shoestring white worms. And they're not great, but they do work. And I've been I had to supplement these guys because I could only get maybe 10 or 12 of them. So I had to go by the bait shop and dig some, and buy some regular ones. And you can see I've got some red worms mixed in there. So I've got 2 dozen of these red worms mixed in with about 2 dozen of those little white worms. So we've got worms. I bought 2 packs of them, so we can do this a couple trips. Hopefully we don't use all our worms up in one day, which I have done before in the past. Line to go out of the way. What happens with monofilament after you've had it on the line for a while? You'll wind up it'll stick to itself, especially after you get those big old fish on. And the first cast is not going to want to cast it, especially if you've got like light equipment on. Like I do. You guys know I've got 6 pound on my spinning combo. I've still got your, I did switch that to 10, so on the bait caster I do have 10. I'd have gone down to 6 on that one, but a lot of these spools, they do not want to hold really light line. Like bait casters, if you put like 6 pound test on a bait caster, man, it gets underneath the spool so easily. And it's going to make me refresh. There we are, folks. I'm going to have to check out where I was in chat here because it made me refresh. Justin, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Justin. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy belated birthday, my friend. Hope you had a great birthday, my friend. Seeing Paul, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Paul. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Paul says, hey, Jim Jet. Let's see, did I miss Jim Jet? Let's see, Reggie, what's going on? Reggie says hi, mate. Let's see. Jim says nice. Yes, sir. Jim Jet. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that definitely wasn't a bad one, John C. Let's see, Locke, what's going on? Locke says hi. There's bite on corn. Started jiggling it out there. Paul says hello, everyone. Let's see, up to what's going on. Up to something. Thanks for coming in. Up to something says good afternoon. 23 people in and 38 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. And I do apologize for our last feed. I was kind of, running and gunning on that wall there. If I'd have moved from that spot, I probably wouldn't have gotten it back. Fish on. Fish on. And that's our second fish of the day, and boy, a difference in size. Little stinker. Don't throw my worm off. Please don't throw my worm off. Please, 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 please. He didn't get my worm off. But boy, these guys are pretty when they're that size. What? So look at this silver on this fish, folks. Just when I get them up here close, folks, just look at the silver. Bright silver on that guy. And who don't like drum? How can you not like drum? Water temperature got to be like 50 degrees right now, and these suckers are still hitting. Let's get a little close-up view of him. All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Look at him. Good. Bye-bye. Thank you. Ah, got a worm getting away on me. Come back here, you little stinker. How did it get out of the bucket? How did you get out? Well, you're not getting out now. You're getting on my hook. Yep, he got out of the bucket, so he's sitting there, so I might as well put him on the hook. I could just imagine what I'd be getting if I had some big night crawlers or something down here right now, folks. Instead of like store-bought red wigglers and some little garden like white worms. It was a little bit too far to be left. And you're gonna have to bear with me on these casts because we got some wind, so it's gonna take at least one cast to get it in the right spot. Now with bigger weight, I can pretty much pinpoint that cast, but an eighth of an ounce of weight and 7 or 8 miles per hour. You see him pulling on that? Man, just a split second, I would have my hands full. You little stinker. That was on corn too. Our last feed down here, you do know I caught a couple nice channel catfish. That could be channel catfish too. That could be blue cat. That could be buffalo carp, grass carp, common carp. And I'm sure I'm going to put some skipjack on today, folks. I know I didn't do it last feed, but we've got a beautiful day today. I'm going to run her as long as I can fish, folks. I can. I don't think we're going to have to deal with any rain today. I didn't hear anything. Knock on wood. Keep your fingers crossed. Please don't wish for it, folks. Please don't. There are plenty of times I've gone out fishing down here and it's been clear blue skies and the weatherman said no chance of rain, pour down rain on my head. Right there. This one goes right. I messed up my bottom, so I think that's it right there, folks. I've been trying to do this. I've been trying to get spend a little bit more time getting the rod just perfect. And I was going pop, 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 and I just set the hook and I missed him. I didn't get a hook into him, though. Here, put the fingers up. That's the, then it says nice. All right, where was I in chat here? The call says, hey, Whisker. See, Whisker says hello, Justin. Whisker says hello, Justin. Let's see, yep, Justin. Let's see, Les says Thunder. Let's see, Jackson, what's going on? Jackson says MVP. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Piercoop says Paul. Let's see, Rusty, what's going on? Rusty says keep watching, and therefore, you know not when got you, my friend. The Jackson says Paul. Mike, buddy. You'll stinker. Picked it up. He was still holding on to it too. All right, we're gonna have to get another worm on here. How are these little stinkers getting out of the bucket? Yeah, there's one of our store-bought red worms. See, they're totally different color than our guard worms, and they're quite a bit tougher. Got that red coloration on them. Ow! Dang it, I forgot about it. This end's got a sharp end to it. Pretty good. There's just a lot of fish down here, folks. It's hard to figure out which one to fish for. It is. It's very hard. I mean, when I fish for white bass, when I fish for skipjack herring, when I fish for catfish, when I fish for drum, carp, channel cap, blue cat, I don't know. Just pick one, right? It says hello, Jackson. See, Justin says, hey, Jaxie, brother, be safe. Boy, it's hard to see with you guys. Just put in the high. Now I gotta go to that particular channel and check it. Let's see, Rajab, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Rajab's Garage. Rajab's Garage says hi. Let's see, Jim says hi, Paul. Danny says Justin. Danny says hi, Jackson. Danny says, Mike, I made the short and posted it on your channel. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. We'll just check it, see if that does any good. Who knows, my friend? It might. Let's see. Fun Fishing Adventures. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Fun Fishing says, good afternoon, MVP and everyone in chat. Let's see. Justin says, Scotty. The tricky, what's going on? Did you keep them? No, I am not. I did not keep the striper. I did keep the skipjack for bait. Fish on, folks. Man, what the heck was that? Come up to the surface. Another nice. Oh, that's a white bass, folks. That's a nice white bass. Actually, that might be the striper. That's a thin little guy. We're gonna have to take a look at this. I think this is a striper. That's got the broken lines on it. This might be a small striper. Yeah, I thought that come up weird. I think this is a striper, folks. So this is our first on feed. About a quarter the size of our first one that we got. That was on worm. I'm checking that. That was just that was just throwing worm on the bottom. I think this is a striper because you see those broken lines. It could be a white bass. I'm not sure. We'll have to check it on the way back. It probably is a striper. It's probably a smaller one. All right, let's get a close-up view of this fish before we let him in. And this might be probably is a striper because this little stinker's mean, man. I let him go for just a second, and he really got angry. Yep, this has got to be a striper. The way this little stinker's fighting me down here. Sheesh, dude. Ouch. Yeah, we might not be able to show him like that. Because every time I let go of his mouth, all right. Let's do this quick. Look. Yeah. He don't like this. He's trying to every which way to Sunday to stick me with one of them tight fins. Yeah, he is mad, man. Usually white bass aren't that mean. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. That's our second species of the day, folks. Our second of the day. I got my arm on that stick. That is not going to happen. So we've caught 2 drum and a striper on the feed already, folks. If I knew I was going to get about a half a dozen of them, I'd probably keep a few of them. But at the same time, I'm kind of leaning towards that wasn't a white bass, it was a striper. Because it's broken lines, that fish was extremely aggressive and mean. And it wouldn't be I get a lot more stripers on bait down here, on small worms and stuff right by the bank than I do actually on artificial down here. I thought that hit the surface a little weird. He'd come up right to the surface and pop. Again, with that cast, it's a little bit off because of the wind. Our rod's right there. I haven't checked this one in here in a minute. I was fighting that other fish. I'm kind of worried the bait's coming off of it. Yep, look at that. Right in the middle. That little sucker hit that sucker right in the middle and knocked some kernels off. That's how you can tell you've had a bite, because part of your corn will be missing. They're good at doing that. They'll smack it once and you'll come in and half the corn's missing. There. All right, let's get back to that chat. Danny says, hi, fun fishing. Danny says, Mike, watch the center when you showing the fish. All right, I got you, my friend. Sorry about that. 27 people in. Let's see, 51 thumbs up. Where's the camera? Looks like she's more towards this way than that way. So I should be leaning more towards that way. I got you. Yep, see, 2 drum. Let's see, fishing with Modog. I haven't seen you in so long, my friend. Let me. Oh, I have not seen you in so long, Modog. I hope you're doing okay. Let's see, Fishing with Modog says, what's up, my friend? Let's see, Justin says Modog. Let's see, Rustin, what's going on? Rustin says, MVP in chat. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Let's see, Danny says Rustin. Let's see, Rustin says, good to see you, Mike. How's the bite? Hey, we're doing pretty good. We've got 2 drums so far, 1 nice striper on feed, and we've got a really, really big one in the skipjack herring right before we started on the feed. Let's see, John C says Justin. See, wow, from asking from the help at 99 to 6K, super good. Yeah, I know, my friend. It's all thanks to you and you know, Bob getting me started in live feed. Yeah, that is good and fast. I've done a couple purges since we've seen you last, Modog. It's the reason why you don't have a rent. Danny, could you rent up Modog for me? He's an old friend. Let's see, Jim says, nice. Let's see. And, boy, I just messed up my spot in chat. Let's see, Danny says, 2 drum and a striper. Yes, sirree, my friend. Let's see, SWC, what's going on? SWC says, MVP, Okeechobee, Florida. Dropping in. Awesome, my friend. This is St. Louis, Missouri. We're about a 1/4 mile upriver from the Arch in St. Louis. Hard to believe you can get big old stripers down here and white bass, big flathead, catfish, channel, blue cat, massive grass carp, buffalo, and common carp. Let's see, Paul says, Mike, I have a new giveaway short sub. To the 500, please comment under that one. Sign in. All right, let me go to your channel real quick. Put a short here. Put a like on here and add some smiley faces. There you go, my friend. Bite. Got him. Got him, folks. That feels bigger. We got another one? Oh, yeah. Yep, that's another one. That's a bigger one, too, folks. I'm going to have to take my time with this one. No, that's a buffalo carp. Never mind. Man, it's hard to tell between a striper and a buffalo carp. That's our 3rd species, folks. That's a nice couple-pound buffalo carp. I knew that wasn't no daggone drum when I set the hook on. It like, dong. You guys ever notice when I set the hook on something big, my arm will not go up. It'll go like halfway and stop. Yeah, see how I can mistake that for a striper, man? These guys fight, dude. Are you done, buddy? And more they slime your line, too. Jeez. Yeah, that's what, 4 or 5 pounds easy. All right, buddy. Gonna give you a break. Yeah, I can't lift this one in with my line, or she'd break the line. So, why, Fishy? Why? I'm gonna get the hook out of you and show you off to YouTube, and then you can go home. You don't have to give me a bath. Jeez. I got that hook right there. Got him out. Yeah, this is when they know it too, because they know that hook is out of their mouth. They went back in that water. Well, now you got caught. Now you have to get shown off to YouTube. Seriously, quit it. Stinker, quit it. Wow. Jeez, this almost looks like a sucker. As long and thin as this fish is, this almost looks like a sucker. I don't think it is, though. All right, there we go, folks. There we go. Make sure that, see how his mouth is elongated like that? I'm not sure. And he's got a little blood on his lip, but that's just from his lip. Yeah, he's not liking this, folks. He is not liking this. All right, girl. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep a grip on this sucker because he is tightened up bad. I think we're on the feed on this one, Danny. Because our feed angle is like a little bit out here, so yeah, he is not happy. Yeah, he's got a little blood on his lip. That's just from where the hook came out of. You know, if you hook you in the lip, you probably have a little blood on your lip too. So, all right, let's get a little view on this guy before we get her back in the water. Yeah, I think this is the right angle, Danny. Yeah, just a gorgeous fish. Our fourth fish of the day, folks. So we caught 2 drums so far, a striper and now a nice buffalo carp. Like I said, that almost looks like a sucker, but it's a little too thick. I think he's just got a broken nose. All right. Stop making me eat sand, fishy. I'm gonna give up, doesn't he? Right. There you go. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh. Sheesh. I got sand all over everything, didn't I? All right, there we go. We're back in the chat. I'd back off there for a minute. All right, let's get a worm back on here. And I'll check that chat, folks. Got some decent little worms in here today. Looks like they gave me some pretty good ones. Plus, I got a few of my my little garden variety white worms mixed in here just to kind of even it out, so I don't have to go buy bait every single day. That would break us quick. Every live feed having to buy $5 worth of bait, yeah, that would break us like in a week. We try to make do with what we can get, folks. Bait wise, artificials, try to get stuff on sale. And one way we save a lot of bait is maximizing our worms, kind of making sure we dig a few real worms, well, garden variety, and mix them in. Pretty good. Might be a little close, but we'll try her. Actually pretty deep. It took like 8 or 9 seconds to hit the bottom. Nathan announced the weight with 8-pound test. That sucker should zoom to the bottom fast. And I'm sure I've gotten a bite on corn while I was doing this. Little stinkers, they love to hit while I'm doing that. If I've lost my spot in chat here again. Let's see, Mr. Bait and Tackle, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. And done. It got you. Thank you for that. Bodog hasn't been in since we did our purge. He's a busy man. He's got a family. He does kayak fishing. This is an awesome channel. Beach One Fishing, Bodog. See, Jim says nice. See, SWC, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, SWC. See, Mr. Bait and Tackle also says good luck, MVP. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jenny says hi, Mr. Bait and Tackle. Let's see, Paul says, yay, Bait and Tackle. Another bite. Ah, missed him. Yeah, they are just really hitting that over there on the left. As soon as this sucker hits the bottom, they're moving towards it. They're grabbing it. It is the lunar cycle right now, folks. We're getting near the full moon. So these fish are really, really starting to feed up for the winter. They're going to hit pretty much anything that gets near them. Yeah, I thought I had another striper on, but that was just a big old buffalo carp. Still, just a big old buffalo carp. I'll take them suckers all day long. That's a little bit too far up to the left that time. Last time it was in too close, and that's a little bit too far up to the left. It doesn't seem like it's really mattering right now. As long as I get it near to him over there. Make sure that line tightens up. Still tightening, that means it's still drifting a little bit. Alright, now it's stabilized. It now stabilized. Man, I'm getting lucky already. Let's see. Jim says hello. See, I gotta go to channel again. CJ says hi. Let's see, Rod, what's going on? Let's see, what am I using? Corn? No, I've got worm on the close rod, and I've got corn on this far rod. Oh, I had that hook into him. So we've got worm on this close rod and corn on the on that rod. I'm getting bites on both, but hard pressed to keep up with the chat right now, guys. They are not giving me an opportunity. I get two or three people read out, and that rod's doubling. We also got like a 3.5 pound striper before the feed started. We've got a skipjack herring down there in the bag. We're going to be cutting that up for bait a little later on. That's about right again. We just have to let that. We're casting this up current because this is all sand. We're letting that drift down very, very gently. By the time it gets within about maybe about 8 or 10 feet of being straight out, it will get a bite. That's the way it's been so far. Keep your fingers crossed, this keeps up. Yep, Bait and Tackle says, worm, I guess. Yeah, I've got worm on that one and corn on that one. Let's see, Break says, I've never eaten carp. Heard they're good smoked. Well, buffalo carp are pretty good fried. Let's see, common carp, grass carp, and Asian carp, they're definitely better smoked because it'll dissolve a lot of them bones. See Jenny, what's going on? Jenny says good afternoon. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Yes, Maria carp. Let's see. Jenny says nice catch. Let's see, Robert, what's going on? Yes, sir, a carp. That was a buffalo carp. Yeah, they're native to the United States. Let's see, Whisker says, that's awesome, Mike. You caught one of everything in the lake. Not yet. I've still got blue cat, channel catfish, Asian carp, grass carp, common carp, and maybe a flathead. Let's see, Jenny says Jim Jet. Let's see, Jenny says hi, Jay. Let's see, Land of Steel, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Land of Steel says Mike. Land of Steel says Danny. Danny says Colt. Danny says Colt is running Colt. Yeah, that might have gotten in too shallow. We're going to have to recast that one. Let's see, Man of Steel says Paul. Let's see, Paul says, hey, Steel. Let's see, 19 people in. Let's see, and 60 thumbs up. That is just awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, Danny the Stinger Manny. He's my main mod. He's been with me for a very long time. We've been friends on WhatsApp. I've allowed him to get access to my my account. That way, there's an extra person on. Fish on, folks. Fish on. Another nice drum. Another nice one, folks. Another solid pound fish. Another nice solid pound. Yeah, just a little pound and some change. This is another gorgeous fish, folks. This is another gorgeous. That silver on that. I thought that was a leech coming off of. No, it's a piece of one of my worms. If you don't want to get the leeches, sometimes I'll have parasites on. He's clean. Perfect. All right. Get another view on this guy. This is another gorgeous one, folks. Yeah, I believe this is our 5th of the day so far. The 5th fish. I'm letting Danny keep track of them because yeah, I'm getting old. I can't remember all these guys all the time. All right, buddy. We're gonna get one close up of you, and then we'll get you back in the water, my friend. Yeah, they got big old eyeballs, don't they? Just some big old eyeballs. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, like I was saying, Modog Danny has been with me for a while. We have groups on WhatsApp. I trust him to keep up with chat. He does have a main mod, but he also has access to my my email address so that he can come in as me during my live feed. And he just does that on my live feeds and post a video on maybe on short feeds during the live feed. Danny the Stinger, he's Danny the Stinger Manny. He's pretty awesome. He's from the Netherlands. I know it's a little confusing to folks sometimes. Not a lot of people trust a lot of folks with that information, but I've known Danny for a while. He's definitely trustworthy. There's only like 3 people in the world that I would trust with the access to my YouTube channel. And Danny's one of them. Hit it. Let's get that right back out there. Yeah, they're hitting every cast out here right now, folks. I need to cut my worm supply down. Well, I'm gonna run out fast. Yeah, I don't have 50 night crawlers. I don't have 50 worms in here. Hang on, guys. I'll get to you guys in just a minute here. It also helps with some of our 12 problems. You know, individuals see that the owner or co-owner of a channel is in with the feed too. Doesn't stop them all the time, but it does help a little bit. Danny will also, he'll post short feeds on his own channel, which he does have his own channel. And he'll post shorts during these live feeds of catches. Let's see, Manadil says fish on. Let's see, Flip, what's going on? Flip says, yo, appreciate you coming in, my friend. Sort on your channel is up to 250 views already, Mike. Awesome, my friend. That's just awesome. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying a little experiment to see if doing a short feed during your live feed help your views out. See, 16 people in at the end. Nope, 23 people in and 60 thumbs up. Yep, up 6,000. Let's see. Nadia, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Nadia says, hey, buddy, how are you doing? You're doing okay, Nadia. We're catching some nice ones today. I think we've caught 5 on the feed already, and we're just getting started. Let's see, Ricky Bobby, what's going on? Ricky, thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, 6.38 subs. That's just awesome, Danny. Thanks for letting me know. Let's see, Danny says, Nadia. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Ricky. Let's see, Nadia says, hi. Nadia says, relaxing after a long night. I got you, my friend. Nothing more calming than watching the river flowing by down here. Many days I've had some really, really bad stress in my life and just come down here and just relax and enjoy the river. Of course, you know, the problem is the fish tend to try to pull your rods in when you're not looking. Let's see, Ricky says, NDP, hope all is well. We're doing okay, my friend. Let's see, Ricky says, Nadia. That one didn't get a bite that time. I did get a little bit further out that cast, so let's get a little bit closer one in. I was having trouble with the wind pulling me in, and then I get out there a little bit further because the wind died down, and I didn't get a bite. We can put worm on both rods. I probably have enough. I'd rather keep corn on one. We could put skipjack on that rod. I mean, there's no reason why I can't. If corn doesn't work on this one rod, I can't put some cut bait on it. See, no, not he says been there. Yeah, Ricky says our lakes will be frozen in time, but bass boats away for the winter is starting streaming bow hunting season. Start of the bow hunting season. I got you, my friend. Let's see, Modog says, all right, buddy, I have to go do school with the Modog pup. Congratulations on the numbers, buddy. Folks, I love seeing you. All right, thank you, my friend. I do appreciate that. And I hope you have a great day. Let's see. Nadia says, true enough. And I do appreciate all those reactions. It helps out the channel so much. Looks like we might be putting worm on both rods because I got the first 2 bites on corn, but they kind of slacked down. So, what the heck, let's put a worm on this one rod too. And if this doesn't work, we can always put some cut bait over here. I'm sure there's a couple nice channel catfish and maybe big flathead or something working in down there. It's got a bigger weight on it too, so it can hold out a little deeper than our other rod. We've got 1/8 of an ounce on that one. We got 1/4 of an ounce on this one, so he holds out just a little bit deeper. I do that because the common carp and the buffalo carp and stuff have been holding out here in just a tiny bit deeper of water, and I can't hold 1/8 of an ounce of weight in that heavy a current. But I can with a 1/4 ounce. I can with a 1/4 ounce of weight. Right there. They cut off here for a minute. Maybe it was a worm too, because a couple of these are garden variety, a couple of them are store bought. Put just another. I did dig like 2 night crawlers about a week ago, and I stuck them in a container. I forgot I had them till I was about ready to leave the house. I'm like, well, what the heck? Let me put them 2 night crawlers in the bucket. Couldn't hurt, right? That's pretty active there for a couple minutes. And I'm sure they haven't stopped. They run in schools down here on. Bite on. No, let's bite on this one. Oh, you little stinker. Now let's bite on that one now. This might not be the best idea, putting worm on both rods. Man, that water's cold. This air ain't but 60 degrees, and that water feels like ice in comparison. I just still want to go down there to that tip and just catch skipjack all day long. That's another bite. Got him. It's on, folks. Oh, whoa, buddy, whoa. Now that's big. That's another nice one, folks. Boy, this one's shaking its head. I think I got a pretty good guesstimate of what this is. Oh, boy. I would have to hook one of you little stinkers, wouldn't I? Oh boy. Well, let me get my other rod out of the way already. When you see me with my rod between my legs trying to get the other rod out of the way, you know it's digging. Nice. Oh, yeah. Grassy. Grass carp. Colonel Quick Wins is out. Yeah, this sucker ain't done. He's just playing pop. Yeah, that's a solid 15. That's a big one, folks. Yeah, he ain't done yet. He's just, they like to come in here shallow and look what the heck's going on before they decide whether or not they want to go out in there and fight. I'm just letting him tire his foot out. Watch what happens when I get him in the bank. See? He wanted me to be standing there when he did that. This is sand. He can't hurt himself. I'm just letting him tire his butt out. Get dizzy. Yes. Get dizzy, my friend. And stop doing that. Oh, yeah, that's a thick grass carp, too. See how they like to shake their heads? When you hook one of these buggers, they tend to show themselves by doing that flipping stuff. Shaking their heads. I just barely got him on the tip of the nose, too. I probably ain't even got that hook in him. It's just probably holding on there. I really don't want to do this, folks. Are you ready to come in yet? You gotta tire yourself out for a minute before I can try this. Sheesh. Yeah, they won't quit a lot of times. Usually right after a flip like that, you try to get them in. Because they won't give you a second opportunity. Come here. Yeah, we got him, folks. We got him. I think we got him. Or maybe he's got me. Yep, that hook's just, look at that. Just barely sitting in there, too. That just fell out. Yeah, that's a solid 15. Ah, that's a thick grass carp, too. Whew. Yeah, that's just a brute, folks. I like to get them underneath those fins, too. That way, my hands are nowhere near their gills. Support that belly as best you can. My feet are going underneath the water here. All right, girl. Yeah, that's a solid 15, easy. I think this is where our camera angle is. If I know when I look over there, it's got more blue in it than it does on this side. Just to make sure I'll kind of move her around like that so you guys get a pretty good view of them. All right, girl. Gee Louise, man. There we go, folks. Look at that. They got them big old lips, don't they? Kind of like me. All right, girl. There she goes. Bye-bye. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, like it said on the title of the day, folks, let's catch some fish. And I just lost. No. It's dope. I thought I'd knocked over my coffee. Woohoo. I didn't. I did not lose my coffee. Yeah, might be one of these days where I'm going to lose about 6 of my 9 lives. And the way I fish is probably like 500 lives in the hole now. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day, my friends. Guys, you can see we're down here on the Mississippi River, down by the Arch in St. Louis, tackling some river brutes again. I didn't know if those big guys are being here or not. I'm glad to see they're still in here, though. Because they will move off a little bit right before it gets really cold. And then they'll kind of come back in for one final feeding. Man, those are some tough boys. They can really tire your butt out fast. Notice he didn't hit it any different than the drum. Little peck bite. Let's get this settled. I'll get my Colonel Twink lenses in. I need to get my other rod back out too, and I'll check that jack. Alright, that rod back. Get this one back out. Back out too. Wait to be in the right spot. I've got a carp over here in the sand. We did drop some corn on the ground there. I better pick that up. Move that off feed so it doesn't kind of mess with the, look like a, mess with the beauty of the sand beach down here. Alright folks, I use two lenses because I can't see these screens with only a single pair of glasses anymore. I gotta clean the screen off. We're getting muck all over the screen already. Let's see, 18 people in, 65 thumbs up. That is just awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Nadia says hello. Trucker, what's going on? Trucker says hi. Trucker says that's beautiful. Yeah, and there are some powerful fish, folks. Denny says hi, Trucker. Let's see, Garrett, what's going on? Garrett, sorry, my friend, we practice catch and release down here. And grass carp are not considered evasive in the Mississippi River anymore, so you can release those fish unharmed. There's a plan to nativize grass carp in most locations. Now, there are some really fragile creeks and streams that they can become evasive, but that's just because they're competing with very, very sensitive, overly sensitive species that have already been pushed by man. Yeah, by removing their habitats and other things. But down here, they got plenty of room. Check that. Let's see, Rafa, what's going on? Rafa says hi. Rambahadra. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, Hondo. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Channel. Or hi again. Says, hi, Rumbatar. I also have to go to channel here again. Let's see, John and Christine May. John and Christine May, thanks for coming in, my friend. John Christine May says hello, MVP. John says hello, Nadia. Got him. That was another one fighting really hard. Another nice drum, folks. Here, buddy. Come here. Oh, yeah, that's over a pound for sure. Yeah, that's why you were fighting so hard. Nice one. Yep, another nice solid poundfish. That's another one, folks. Just a gorgeous one. Little dimmer colors, but definitely a really healthy fish. I hope I'm getting this center, Danny. I do know the camera's pointed out here just a little bit outward towards the water, a little bit in towards the bank. So hopefully I'm getting her centered for everyone to get a good view of these fish. Now look at that silver in that light, folks. All right, buddy. Let's get one more view of him really close. Like I said, he's a little dingier. He's got his winter clothes. He's got his winter jacket on. If I can't see the lens, that means it's got to be right in the lens, right? All right. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ouch. I keep doing that. I keep sitting on that pole. And it don't feel so good. That got me in the left butt cheek. Ow. Seriously. It's a PG-13 channel. So we try to keep that clean and no dirtier. I know Danny gets away with it sometimes, but I get close to timing his butt out. Now I did figure out a way to time myself out, Danny. I have figured it out. Have I? Don't want to test it. I'm kidding, my friend. Nice. It's pretty good to me. Almost straight out. Pretty good that time. Let's see. Jamie Lee, what's going on? Jamie Lee says Paul. It's coming in, my friends. Let's see. Nadia says hello, everyone. Let's see. Whisker says, you giving them some sore lips today, my friend. I am. Hey, when they hit down here, they hit. And it's hard pressed to get them to not hit. You can put a worm out here. I could probably, just kind of bounce a crappie jig down here and they'd hit it. They're hitting it so fast. Let's see, Miss Giggy, what's going on? Hi, Miss Giggy. Hi. Miss Giggy says, hi, Mike and Chad. And he says, hi, Miss Giggy. Let's see, 17 people in and 69 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, temperature's about 65 degrees right now, folks. We got a little bit of a breeze, but it's not too bad. Every once in a while, we'll start blowing off the water, and then it'll get a little nipply, but that's why I plan on making a fire a little later on this evening. I didn't do it our last feed that we were down here because it started raining. And, fire and rain, water, fire, it don't mix. Never mind. You guys are like, you can start a fire in the rain. You can do it. You can do it. I know I can do it. Just don't last. You haven't seen it rain yet. That's interesting. They might be loading up right now down at the granary. So when we do see one, it could be going on for quite a while. Oh, that's the wind blowing the leaves. I thought there was and there goes a breeze going by. Hopefully that wind block is doing its job. Let's see, he says, Danny, it's Danny says Miss Kiki. Ten people still in it. Seeing 69 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. I kind of want to cast a mystery tail over here, but at the same time, I'm getting bites, so I really don't want to give up what I'm doing. Never want to give up a way of fishing when you're catching fish. See, 17 people back in. That's awesome, folks. You guys are just incredible, folks. And it's almost 70 thumbs up already. It looks like that's a pretty good camera angle. Like I said, we're pushed a little bit to the water and a little bit to the sand, so I think I got those in pretty good. The Whisker says hello, Miss Kiki. Let me read my own comment here. About time. There you go. There goes a tugboat up the river. That's gonna fuck up the works here in a minute. On occasion, it doesn't seem like you get a bite. I mean, that's, oh yeah, that's why the hook's like totally exposed. I see why now. It looked like there was more worm on there than there was, because a lot of pieces of worm were way up there. Oh yeah, they're still massive down here. And I got a few escape artists here trying to get out on me. You guys do not want to be down here in this sand. Good. I just mentioning, here comes our first train, folks. Here comes our first train. Earbuds out. Earbuds out, volumes down. Let's see, Danny says hi, Mike. And Miss Key says, Whisker, ready your last comment. Out of the context. Oh, I got you. I was kind of wondering, like, how she didn't take that way. Never mind. Let's see, Seppa, what's going on? Seppa says, hey, Mike, have a nice day. Press the like button. That's awesome, my friend. I do appreciate that. Let's see, Sergey. Denny says, Sergey. Appreciate you coming in, Sergey. You changed your name. Denny says, hi, Sergey. Sorry about that, Sergey. You changed your name. See, Miss P says, Sergey. I don't know why that's also translating weird on my side. See, 13 people in. Let's see, it's 69 thumbs up. That's an awesome vote. here so I can make sure I've got my cast set right. Alright. Let's see. Sergey says, hi, Miss Kiggy. Hey, crane, folks. That's our first crane of the day. I'm surprised I'm not getting any bites on worms. Out here to the right. Over here to the left, I'm getting bites. Pretty good, but over here to the right, not so much. Ow! Stupid fly, man, it keeps biting me in the arm. Alright. I know how to fix that. Pull my sleeve down. It's already cool enough to where I don't need them. It's biting me right on my dang elbow. That's dirty cool. I couldn't see him because he was over right out of my view. That's dirty cool when a fly bites you down here, your arm's down here. You're like, what the? Ow, you know what I mean? Now he's trying to bite me through my dang shirt. Once it gets to about right there, you might as well get casted. Oh yeah, I got a weed nut. That's why I'm okay. And the good old wing nut. I've been casting a rooster tail around a lot, so it's bending your line a little bit. I don't like when you cast. Let that tip up burn. Rip down. If I don't get any bites from this one over here to the left soon enough, I'm just going to skip jack on it. Put some cut bait on that sucker. We're obviously getting carp on the worm too. It's not like I've seen any channel catfish or gar or anything around too. Mind you, it's a deep hole over here to the left. It's probably just holding that deeper hole to the left. On my stay tight. That's still drifting a little bit. Still drifting a little bit. Sergey says, Mike, I changed my nickname because of YouTube. Instead of my name, YouTube started showing the name of my channel. Many people stopped recognizing me under that name. I got you. That does make sense now. Sergey says, Miss Kiggy. 17 people in and 72 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. Thank you. That's a pretty cool run already. We're just getting started. I might get this skipjack out of my bag over here. Take a chunk of it up and right over here. But the drum do still hit the skipjack plus white bass and blue cat channel. Now I've rarely caught carp on skipjack herring, but I have caught it a few times. Not many. just surprising you're not getting a bite over here to the right. We're all over here to the left. Wow, I still get go out. That's in Snag City. You guys notice I've been not even worried about the snags. I'm casting right on top. I seem to get less snags when I cast right in the middle of stuff than if I try to avoid it. I think what's happening is if there's some line that's stuck in the snag, and if you cast like past it and you pull your line into it, that means your line's running into it. Now if you cast it right down, up straight down to the bottom. Now you get a bite, pull a fish in, you got him. You reel it up real quick, you can get it out of there quick. I think it's the drifting that's getting that snag over there. Let's see, Tabarka, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Tabarka. I appreciate it, my friend. Tabarka says hi. Bite on worm. Those things were second on pretty good there, wasn't he? And he says hi, Tabarka. Miss Giggy says, looking into the fish this morning, and it seems like quite a busy morning. Yeah, it has been. Got like a 3.5 pound striper on that side over there. I also caught about a pound striper on this side, and yeah, a lot of other different ones. I'm still letting Danny keep up with the numbers. Let's bite on. And that was a bite finally. I had to go way down there to the right to get a bite. And that's what I was worried about. Yep. If I get the ball. I don't think so. I don't think the ball. Got it off. Got it off at least. No loss of equipment. That felt like a rock. Hook's not gold. Yeah, these are cheap hooks. They are sharp and they're tough, but they also, if you get them snagged on a rock, oftentimes you'll dull the tip, and you'll start missing bites. And you guys know the little shoestring redworms that you buy at the store. You guys are pretty small. You gotta put 3 or 4 of them on the hook. That's 3. That's number 4. And I also put about a dozen little white worms in here too, mixing those in. That was, I got to cast right where I got that bite. I mean, I got to do it. Pretty much it. Got to hook a fish before you can worry about landing it. All right, that just looks perfect. Nice big old gob of worms. Shouldn't have any problem with that. I don't want to put too many on the hook. So these guys are pretty easy for a worm to suck in. It's like sucking in spaghetti. is that over here? Yeah, I think there's a barge stuck across the river. I wonder what that noise was behind you. That looks like there's a barge stuck across the river. This water's getting low, so he could have taken up that side and just gotten stuck up there. Right. And fill up that spot. All right. That's when you miss them and you let that weight drop to the bottom real quick. I think I found some active ones over here to the right. Let's see, where did I leave you guys in chat? Let's see, Hippie Fishing, what's going on? Hippie Fishing says hi. Let's see, Patrick, what's going on? Patrick says good afternoon. Let's see, Jenny says Haynes. Let's see, Jenny says Hippie. Miss Gigi says Patrick and Happy. Right. Oh, am I missing those guys? He's back on pretty good. Yeah, that barge is stuck. That barge is seriously stuck up there. Back. Let's see, he says, sounds like you're having a good day. Yes, sirree. We're definitely having a good day right now, folks. And the day's just getting started. 18 people in, 78 thumbs up. I'm sure we haven't even gone by the hour barrier right now. That's how we've been getting them pretty quick. Let's see, Mary, what's going on? Mary says, good afternoon. Where are you located? This is the Mississippi River down by the Arch in St. Louis. We're about a quarter of a mile upriver from the Arch. Mary. Let's see, Jenny says, drop the like, brother. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are having a great day today. Blue, what's going on? Blue says, junkie fishing gone wild. Oh boy, buddy. You fish down here on this river, you definitely have to stay sober because you'd break your neck on these rocks in 10 minutes. I've quite literally brought friends of mine down here on the river, and they've gone back in like 3 hours in ambulances because they wind up breaking an ankle or something down here. They'll have just a little bit too much to drink or something, and think they can walk around these rocks down here, these sandbars, climb up these banks, and snap. Not a place to be messing with illicit substances. The big one just jumped out there. Try to keep the chat PG-13. Let's see, Hippie says, surely it would have electronics to tell them. Yeah, but this river is getting so low that a lot of times they have no choice but to either try to push on or go back. Got him, folks. Finally hooked that. Oh, he pulled off. That must have been a little town catfish. I see why I was missing him down there. That feels like that was a little town catfish or something. That was very, very small. I think I'll put one more worm on here before we go get some cut bait. With this far rod. I'm looking at him stuck over there. I mean, he's got it on full throttle, stuck across the river, about in the middle of the river. That he went on this side of the. See how down here to the right, there's like this rock thing that goes out in the middle of the river. That tells the barges do not come onto this side. Well, he's in a tugboat. He thought he could get on that other side, but getting that shallow. When was the last time you saw a tugboat parked in the middle of the river? He's not too, because I can see the white cap behind that tugboat. He's trying to push it out. Push or pull. He's moving a little bit though. He's not moving much. It's all sand down there. It's all sand bottom, so he could probably get by it in time. Sounds good, Patrick. He says, Danny boy. Let's see, Hippie says, that'll cat drive me crazy as well. Yeah, them little kitty cats. I had them hooked for a second. They got little stinkers. Them little kittens. Let's see, Patrick says away. He's moving. He's just moving about like this. Every time I look over here, he's just a little bit further upriver. Yeah. Yeah, Jackie says, me too, they are bad. Says hi, Jack Keith. There goes a bass boat coming down the river. Not that, no, that's a cat boat. Let's see, Miss Giggy says, Miss Lee, yes, Miss Lee. Thanks for coming in, Miss Lee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry if I missed you in chat. Jackie says, how are you? We're doing pretty good. It's a pretty good bites right now. Got a decent amount of fish already on the feed. Let's see, Miss Kiki says west. Let's see, Hippie says headed out to Tuska, back to Iowa. Have a good afternoon. All right, you have a great day, my friend. I do appreciate you coming in. 14 people still in to see an 81 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's probably why I was getting bites on them little ones down there. It does give me the excuse that if I can't get anything down here, I'm going to bomb a piece of cut bait over here to the left. I'm going to cast it down that deep. I would like to be on the on that far point. Let's get our cut bait out here. Now do the soft. Yeah, this is our bait bag. The only thing that goes in here is bait. Now that's a big skipjack. That's like a 1.5 pound skipjack. Very fresh too, so it cuts very, very easily. Cut through that skin first. Again. Alright. Gotta keep the skipjack on. This. Probably gonna switch up rods here. It's still gonna be in the same spot, except this rod's gonna be out here, and this rod's gonna be over here. Might put some more corn on here too. That might get them to start hitting. Even if they're not hitting corn, getting that bait in the water, all the times they'll get them. They'll get something. Alright, it's a nice little piece of feedback here. Nice little steak. Pull this off the bottom quite a bit. This is like a 1/4 ounce of weight. You should hold this back from the bait. If I can get it right in the right place. Might be out before. But I think there's another rock ledge. I just found out another rock ledge. I want to see it before I get to that rock ledge. Alright, that's nice being like, you know, got let it do it. That rod situated in that direction. I kind of want the sand. Let the sand get in there. And here comes another train, folks. Oh no, wait, is that? Yeah, that's a small train. That's a passenger train there, folks. Coming up any second now. I don't think you have to take your earbuds out on this one. It's kind of small. right there, the end of it just recently put in. He says tapped everything. Awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm pretty sure if I put on one of Steve Turner's, one of his props, actually two of them. That's what I got the striper on. I put a double prop jig with it. I put one of Steve Turner's hand ties up here, and a little 1/32 down jig right below it. And I was working out with a bobber about a 1.5 feet deep. We pulverized it. Let's see. Jenny says he's tired at half at the moment. But that looks pretty good. I like the flesh anyways. We've been sitting down for quite a while. Make sure everything's. We're gonna come over here and set for you guys for a bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to. Before I forget, make sure we bait this spot up. We haven't done this in a couple minutes. In fact, I don't remember doing this at all today. Did we bait up the spot today? I don't remember doing it. I don't think so. I don't think we baited up the spot today. I don't think we baited up the spot today. Can't believe that we didn't even bait up the spot today, Danny. Can you believe it? I forgot to bait the spot up. Oh, I didn't either, did I? I can't believe it. We forgot. Hey, that's a 2-hour run of bites, folks. And I know if I could put like a little rooster tail or something on over there at that point, I'm going to get some strikes because that sun blistering down on them, that's got to pull up some of those white bass and stripers in shallower. It's up to 300 now. That's awesome. At least it's helping to push out a short feed really good. And thanks again, Danny, for putting that out. Hey, I can see those rods perfectly. They're a little, you know, like a V or a Y, but they're pretty close. I wonder if I could cast a small rooster tail with my bait caster. Probably can't because it's not quite light enough line. Coffee's cold, but it still tastes good. All right, let's go refresh these rods. I'm gonna leave the skipjack set out there for a little bit. Worm, I'm gonna continue to refresh. We're basically still fishing the same spot, except both rods are up to the left now instead of the right. It's a little too shallow to expect many big old catfish to be sitting over here to the right. It's like only maybe about 7 or 8 feet deep over there. At most. Most of it's like 4 or 5 feet deep. One of the reasons why those big white bass, skipjack and stripers come in there, is they can really, what do you call them, corral? They can really corral their food sources. They can push those food sources right to the edge of them rocks and just bam, 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 really gorge up. Because once those like little fry and stuff get into them shallows, they got nowhere else to go. Well, they got one other place to go. It's called the fish's belly. See, 14 people still in. It's an 86 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. Let's see, Chris, what's going on? Chris with the googly eyes. Danny says, Chris, thanks for coming in, Chris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you doing today, my friend? Let's see, Chris says hello. Chris says, just got home. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, yeah, it's work's over. Whatever you're doing's over. Get to get home and relax now, I hope. And the bite's definitely kind of slacked down right now. Which might give me the option to go down there and bomb some casts over there. Maybe take like 15, 20 casts with the rooster tail and then come back and chat with you guys while I'm re-rigging with the... And we can still leave that skipjack over here out. Let's see, we're relaxing, laughing his butt off. That would be nice. Well, all you have to do is say, kids, go to bed. Right? I think. It's the same thing I do with my cats. I'm like, cats, quit it. Yes, sir. They can drive you nuts. I mean, I do shout at my cats every once or twice a month. They can get on your nerves. They can get underneath your skin, just like keep, itching and you yell every once in a while. Let's see, I see the fishing isn't bad. Lucas, say thanks, Mike and Levy. Chris is laughing his butt off now. You guys are incorrigible. You really are. Oh, I sent Lucas to bed? Oh, well, you're welcome. He's just gonna sneak to the door and look through the crack so he can still watch the YouTube on the big screen. I bet you if you look over there by the edge of the door, I bet he's still up. It is pretty late over there. What is it, like 6 hours differential? So it's 8, 9. Hey, it's 10 o'clock. He should be in bed already, for crying out loud. You can thank me later. Let's see. And see, Danny's laughing his butt off. Let's see. No, he won't. It's 21:18 here. Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock. No, 20. Wait, what? 21, 23, 24, 10, 11, 12. No, it's 9:20. It's 9:18 there. I got you. Tell you what, I was in bed by 7 o'clock. When I was a kid, I was up at dawn, go to school, come back home, fish 3 hours, and go to bed. In fact, a lot of times I'd quit around lunchtime, so I get a little bit more. I'm not talking about fishing. I'd like sneak out, play hooky, you know, like, where's Mike gone? You know, he's probably gone down the Mississippi River. I had one of my teachers go find him. Like, oh yeah, you try to find him down there. He is 12, Mike, so 9 o'clock is fine. Be honest, I went to bed at 7 o'clock because I was dang exhausted. My parents didn't care either because half the time I'd bring home dinner. Over our lost his voice looks hilarious when he's meowing. Let's see, Lisa's back in. Lisa says hi. Appreciate you coming back in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, someone talk about cats. One of ours lost the voice. Looks like hilarious. Oh, I get it. When he lost his voice, he's got meowingitis. Let's see. Chris says didn't meow. No, he can't meow. Let's see, Chris says do. Chris says Lisa. That's an interesting meowingitis. Speak up, cat. That gives a whole new meaning to the word silent as a cat. Billy can't talk. The nut coming out. I got poor little kitty cat. Can't even scream your earbuds out anymore. Tell you what, let's try this out a little further. Tell you what, I could try it in really close. I haven't gone in super close yet. Might have moved in closer. It's gotten pretty warm by the shoreline, but that's what they might have done. They might have moved in. Honestly, that's a pretty good idea. like almost all the way back over here. It's pretty deep too out there. And notice I've got this up about 1.5 feet off the bottom with that cut skin jack. A lot of times those blue cattle will be setting quite a bit off the bottom. Just bite on one, I saw him. Got him. You haven't gotten one in a while. Another nice drum. Hi, buddy. That's the good thing about having a worm on. You can always count on these guys to keep you entertained. All right, I got you. That's another one, folks. Another gorgeous fish, folks. All right, buddy. Get you in a little bit closer. Boy, they got big old eyeballs, don't they? Chrome, silvery colors. That purple on top of his head. That's just gorgeous, folks. What was that? With my rod? Okay, never mind. Alright. Oh yeah, he finally made it. He was just, you know, a little bit too shallow water. And that barge that was sitting out there finally made it up. Took him long enough, dadgummit. I could try a cast over here with the cut bait over here. Shallow too. See, there's like a big channel cap. Gotta be a least off something to drop off. I was like, hit the bottom almost out there. Alright, that took a couple seconds. So at least like 4 or 5 feet of water. I was right by the bank, so put another worm on here and get it right back out. You might have found some more active fish. And don't think like casting right by the bank all you're going to get is small fish. But you guys know you can have like a 50-pound grass carp sitting right by our feet. Literally. You guys ruined me on that. The rest of my life, I'm going to remember that and not be able to get it out of my head. Every time I say that word, it's going to pop into my head. You ruined me on it. You have. You ruined me on it. Let's see, Miss Dee says. Lisa says, yep, poor kitty. Poor little guy. And our rod is like way too far. That tip. Trying to keep all this stuff in feed. I know you guys get tired of like me running for the rod, you guys not getting to see the rod tip. Let's see, the outdoorsman, what's going on? The outdoorsman with the retracted message. The outdoorsman says, what's up? And we're doing pretty good right now. We're down on the Mississippi River, down by the Arch in St. Louis. Getting some drum, a few stripers, buffalo carp, grass carp, some big old fish today. Let's see, Denny says hi, Lisa. Denny says outdoorsman. Let's see, Lisa says, me now, I took a little nap. No worries, my friend. Let's see, Chris says outdoorsman. Chris says fish on. Miss Katie says fish on. Danny says got you. Yep, Danny's keeping track of them. I lost track with that little 4 or 5 fish. After that grass carp, they could fry my brains down here trying to find them. Let's see, Danny with the emojis. Let's see. Ray, what's going on? Ray says, MBPs, how's it going, brother? We're doing pretty good so far today, and we just broke out the skipjack herring. We got skipjack herring on the far rod, and we've got worm on the close rod. Now, pretty much every bite we've had today has been on worm. Grass carp, buffalo carp, stripers, drum, yeah, they've all been on worm. Let's see, Chris says, Ray. Chris says, I don't see Danny. Let's see, MVP Danny with the googly eyes. Let's see, yeah, now what's going on? Yeah, now says hit the like button. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I hope that wind block is doing its job, folks. Let's see, yeah, says, Miss Kiki says, maybe fall asleep, Chris. See, Danny says, my Chris need a love tap. Danny, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Probably didn't work. Probably put him to sleep. See, Chris says crazy. Let's see, crazy says MVP. 18 people in and 93 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. Let's see, Denny says, be careful what you wish for, Chris. Let's see, crazy says, Chris. Oh, boy. I know. Let's see, crazy still with the googly eyes. Let's see, Zed, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Zed says, always good to see you. Good to see you too, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. That's might have been a bite on worm. Not just current. Let's see, Chris says, Zed, let's see, Crazy says, I would swim in that water. Yeah, right. The water temperature is like 45 degrees right now. I don't want to see my mentionable off. I have taken a swim down here, but it's usually when it's like 95 degrees outside. Because this water rarely ever gets over about 75 to 80 degrees. If that. In real slow. Try you close. What's on right? Good fight. Get it on the way down. Got him. What do we got? Hope I got a white bass. Not the little drum. Not the skipjack. Skipjack herring, folks. Yeah, we've already got one of these for bait, so this guy can go back in the water. Yeah, that's a skipjack herring. I thought we had a white bass. Yeah, these guys got some serious teeth. Yeah, that is just a gorgeous fish, folks. You want to see something bright silver out in this sun? Boy, these guys are rich. These guys are just... That's just a gorgeous fish, folks. It's a nice little, almost pounder. That probably is a regular herring or a gold-eye herring. Yeah, it's probably a gold-eye herring, but still a herring. These guys are incredible bait, but we've already got one, so we're going to let this guy go. Save him for another day. Hit it on the way down. You can usually tell because they'll hit it as soon as it hits the water. All right, let me get her in close, so, folks, so you guys can see this. They got teeth on the inside of their tongues. Yeah. He wants to go. Hang on, buddy. We're going to get you back in here in a minute. You see the inside of their tongues? They got teeth in there. Cool fish, huh, folks? Like a baby tarpon. All right, buddy. Hey, buddy. Meow. Thank you. That's our best species of the day, folks. And we're still working on more. That was flipped right by the bank. I mean, just underhanded, right by the bank. Yeah, it's hard for us to fish for trout when this stuff is happening right now, folks. That's why last year when they started stocking trout, people were asking me, like, why aren't you fishing for trout? It's like, dang it, I'm catching 20 and 30-pound fish on the Mississippi River. And I do know that trout are fun to catch and they taste great, but man, these suckers bite. It's hard. It's hard to choose. I'll choose the carp. I will. I'll choose the carp any day. That was getting them. Looked like something was popping while I was All right, back to that chat. It's one heck of a day so far, folks. See, Crazy says, but yeah, probably would. No, you wouldn't die. I mean, if you stayed in this back current here, you could swim in it. It's just you wouldn't swim long because you'd be like, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my toes. I can't feel my... Oh, I didn't even know I had that. Let's see, Crazy says, Giggy would sing that. Let's see, Zed says, have a wonderful day, people. I didn't even hear my dang on joke. Oh, well. Let's see, Zed with the thumbs up. Let's see, Miss Giggy says, see, Danny says, Let's see, Crazy says, what fish? Let's see, Chris says, and I am helping, and he's laughing his butt off. Let's see, yep. Thanks for that, Danny. I appreciate that, my friend. And then now Miss Giggy's laughing his butt off about Chris. Oh boy, you guys are just, I'm gonna give up. I give up. Yeah, those suckers actually hit Steve Turner's baits really good. Those skipjack. This is one thing, they like to nip the tails off. And this one I already cut up. He's got 3 of Steve Turner's baits in his belly. Yeah, little stinker ate them. The back of the tails. I mean, they're just little itty bitty pieces of like thin plastic. They poop them out perfect. You ate them, and they're unscented. Yeah, we've already got one skipjack, so we can let that one go. They're not great to eat. They're pretty oily. The time it takes to brine them and get the oil out with soaking them in salt water, you have to have like 20 of them, and then they're more like sardines, to be honest. How you pressure cook them, they taste great, but who wants to go through all that trouble? Let's see, PA Outdoors. PA Outdoors says, cheers, Mike. Cheers, all. Let's see, Chris says, PA. Let's see, PA says hi. Danny says hi, PA. Let's see, Jason says hello, everyone. Thanks for coming back in, Jason. Bite on a close rod. Got him. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Boy, that sucker took off. Man, that sucker took off. And we've got a white bass. Yeah, that is a white bass. That's not like our first one. That's a white bass, folks. That's our first white bass of the day. That little stinker took off like when I set the hook, man. Tell you what, I might keep this. Nah. One, it tastes good as some rice, but I'm not going to worry about it. We'll keep it for another day. Yeah, that's our first white bass of the day. See how the top lines are straight while the bottom lines are broken? Now that's a white bass. Another gorgeous fish, folks. And these guys are just like a mix between crappie and largemouth. They got really, really rubbery mouths. All right, buddy, let me get that hook out of you. Tell you what, I might have to give him that hook. Let's see if it's not stuck on top of his jaw. I might have to give it to him. What that might be a striper. I don't know. I'm not great with the species. I'll have to look them up when I get home. It looks like it's right on top of the jaw. All right, buddy. There you go. Look, you got lucky. It was right on top of the jaw. Sometimes it looks like they swallowed it, but in reality, it's just stuck up there on the top of the jaw. Boy, he smelled like shad. Sheesh. You guys wonder why I spend better part of an hour to get down and back to the bait shop once or twice a week. This is why. Yep, remember what I said, Jason? That when the lunar cycle came around and that moon started to get up higher, get bigger and bigger in the sky, we start seeing these white bass starting to run. Well, yep, it's happening. And I'm sure I could catch 8 or 10 of them if I cast a rooster tail or something down on that point for an hour or two. But I wouldn't have a chance to get a big old grass carp or a big old town catfish or flathead catfish. I have caught flathead on little crappie jigs before. I'll admit that. Caught a few grass carp over here, not many. That's like right by the bank. Seriously, like a couple feet out. Alright. Get back to the chat, folks. Let's see. Chris says, Jason. Danny says, Jason. Let's see. Southwest, what's going on? Southwest Carp Hunter. How are you? We're doing pretty good. We've got 2 carp today. One 15-pound grass carp and about a 7 or 8 pound buffalo carp. We've also caught a lot of drum, some white bass, stripers, a skipjack herring. It's been a pretty good day so far, my friend. Let's See, Chris says fish on. Let's see, Chris says still Chris Jason. It is not weekend yet. It's getting there. Wednesday, we just got 2 more work days. Assuming you're at home, or majority of the way to your work day. Yep, 6 different species today. And I haven't caught a small channel catfish. I haven't gotten a common carp. I haven't caught a flathead catfish yet. So there's still some species we can catch. Up 100 likes, folks. We are broken 100 barrier. That's just friggin' awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 11 people still in. Let's see. Danny says south. If Chris says almost 100. Chris says, don't go there, Mike, laughing his butt off. Let's see. Miss Gigi, yep, 100. Oh, bite on close rod. Let's go. Got him. That's another one. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's shaking his head. What do we got? Oh, that's a big drop. Fooled me. I thought we had another grass carp on. It's another 4 or 5 pound drum. Yeah, I'm just using like 6 pound test. This is my trout rod and reel combo. Well, I can't horse these fish that much. That's another 4 or 5 pounder boat. I can't lift this one without that line breaking. Oh yeah. Yeah, solid 5. Probably close to 6. Man, these guys are good. Let me get this slime off of him a little bit. Alright. Get him a little bit shinier for the camera. Got another solid 5.5, 6 pounder. Check that out. That's as long as my forearm and then some. And I'm 6 feet tall. That's just an incredible fish, folks. Alright. Let's get her closer in here for the camera. That's just another gorgeous fish, folks. I thought we had another grass carp on, but I'll take these any day of the week. And boy, that sucker's been eating. He's been eating up something fierce. All right, buddy. Let's get to your close-up. Just a beautiful fish, folks. And people say drum are ugly. I don't see it, man. These guys will hit when there's ice floating down the river. All right. Back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. That was like really close to the bank too. Remember I said, the water's warmed up a little bit. We've gotten a lot of sun in here today. Turns out I had a pretty good idea. They just moved in shallower. That's why our bite stopped out deeper. They just moved in shallower. Because they usually don't move from this spot. They just move in shallower or deeper. I've got a mix of little store-bought worms and little red wigglers, and we've got some little white worms we dug. That way we don't have to go through $5 worth of worms every time we come down here. $2.50 worth of worms. That way I can save a little bit of money. Because fishing is cheap, but it ain't free. Even the way I fish, it still ain't free. That was like literally like right there. We've got some monster fish in here right by the bank over here. It's not really that deep by there. It's like maybe 5-6 feet deep. These guys are coming in just for the evening, just to get a little sun on them. Right before the sunset. I haven't redone this one in a while. This is our skipjack out here. We've got this one out here to see if we can get a big old catfish, flathead, nice channel catfish or something in about 8 or 10 feet of water. Maybe a big old gar, I don't know. I don't care. Don't care. As long as it pulls, it's good. What do they say? The tug is the drug. That was pretty good. Back to that chat. Let's see, Grid says, good luck, Jason. Let's see, Chris says, fish on. Let's see, Miss Giggy says, beautiful. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad someone likes drum. A lot of people don't like them. I love them. Let's see, let's see, Dan's what's going on. Dan says, hi, Mike. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Let's see, Dan says, hi. Chris says, hi. Chris says, Dan. Let's see, Danny says, Dan. Dan says, like done, bro. Let's see, Jason says, hey, Dan. Let's see, Chris says, hey, Dan. Let's see, Dan says, cha, Chris and everyone. Let's see, Dan says, Jason. Dan says, you're welcome. Let's see, 11 people still in, 13 people still in, and 101 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris says 25 subs. Nice, Den. It won't be too long before you get enough to go live. Tell you what, Danny, why don't you make sure to give Dan a wrench for the day? That way he can sub up to everyone in the chat. We are getting late in the day. Make sure you leave a comment on people's on their short forms. Hopefully they'll get back to you within 24 hours and get you those get you those subs to go live. Let's see, Chris says 26. Let's see, Fat Cat, what's going on? Fat Cat says hi, MVP. Thank you, Danny. Let's see, Chris says, I just subbed you, Danny. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Fat Cat. Chris says, hey, Fat Cat. Let's see, Dan says, do you have a wrench for 24 hours? I don't know. I might leave it. Oh, bite on cut bait. really started pulling on it. And that sucker just started doubling out there. I might leave it, I might not, but whatever the case, Dan's been in a number of times. He deserves a wrench so that he could sub up to everyone real quick and get them subs back, my friend. See, 10 channels monetized in our days, 20 ownerships. I got you, my friend. Let's see, Fat Cat says Jason. Let's see, Miss Giggy says Den Fat Cat. Let's see, Paul says hello, people, again. Let's see, Paul says double tap numbers again. Let's see, 15 people in and 103 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Deborah, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Deborah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deborah says hello, everyone. Chris says, run, baby, run. Yeah, that was on cut bait. Man, that rod just started doubling down there. He dropped it, though. That's probably big channel catfish or something. Let's see. Jason says, hey, Paul. Let's see. Danny says, Deborah. Let's see. Paul says, hey, Jason. Let's see. Chaos Go. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Chaos says, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let's see. Jenny says, hi, Goat. Let's see. Den says, in here, 3:45 in the morning. Let's see. Chaos with the goat emojis. Let's see. Deborah says, Chris, hello. Let's see. Chaos says, Danny. Chaos says, Chris. Paul says, hey. Chris says, hey, brother Paul. Danny says, Mike, I'm wrenching up goat. Sounds like a plan, my friend. Sounds good to me. Ooh, that's a bad little wing knot there, you little thing. Get out of there. Ooh. I felt that one. I'm glad I saw it. Man, that could have been bad. You guys ever know, a lot of times you can make a wing knot way, way worse if you don't notice it at first. If you reel that wing knot, you can make it really bad. I have been casting a rooster tail around quite a bit with this white line, so it'll spin on you. Coupled with a little bit of wind, that can just play havoc with your gear. Let's check this one. That one's something doubled it out there, probably. Let me put a fresh piece of stick back on here. This has been on here for about 20 minutes. Just take me a second to cut a fresh piece of here on. We might have a piece of cut over here, so nah, I'll cut a piece. We got plenty. I look down there like, where's my other rod? Oh, yeah. I got it here. Duh. I'm not kidding you. I look down there like, where's my other rod? Oh, yeah. I forgot. I reeled it in to refresh the bait, huh? Got a flip on there. Give him a little sliver of nice red. Heck, even a little half-pound channel catfish could get that. He's holding on to it. I just picked it up. I pulled it right out of his mouth. big white bass and stuff will hit those, those skipjack too. They're not gonna refuse a fresh piece of cut bait. Let's see, Danny says, there you go. Let's see, Fat Cat says, Giggy. Miss Giggy says, WW Goat. Let's see, Chaos says, Fat Cat. Let's see, Fat Cat says, Goat. 21 people in and 106 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops, on the camera. Well, as long as it don't fall. Boy, it's amazing how fast the sun is going down. The sun's about set. I need to start getting out here around 11 o'clock now or something. Yeah, we've only got about maybe, what, 45 minutes of daylight left. Well, 20 minutes of daylight, another 20 minutes till it gets pitch dark. I'm gonna have to start a fire if I'm gonna keep on fishing down here. Failed. Alright, just checking through everything. See, Chris says, have a good one, everyone. See you on the next one. All right, appreciate you coming in, Chris. Hope you have a great night. Bye. Post rod. Got him. Just in time for a train, folks. What do we got? Another big drum. Another nice drum, folks. That's another one with that gold coloration. They going around my shoulder like that. You see that? Now I'm getting back in the water. Every time you do that, I gotta hold it for a little bit longer. Come on. Okay, good buddy. Yeah, that's another one with that gold coloration too. That's not quite a gold one. Yeah, these guys are just so fun, folks. They're so much fun to. They hit no matter what. Yeah, another one, about 2 pounds. Get you in closer for your YouTube debut. Yeah, he's not quite a gold one, but. Got that brown tail though. Alright, see you, buddy. Thank you. Made it. Waves coming. Was there a barge that just went by or something? I didn't see. Now I forgot another train. I didn't even notice that one. I was too busy landing a fish. This spot. Yeah, you can see why. I mean, how many places can we come down to and consistently catch fish almost 365 days a year? With little or no trouble. I mean, I ain't spending that much money. $few on some worms every once in a while. That's about it. Let's see, Deborah says go. Let's see, That cat says giggy. Hope that wind block is helping because, boy, that wind just started picking up something fierce out here right now. I'm gonna have to go get my jacket here. It's getting pretty cool. Let's see, Jenny says, good night, Chris. Good night, Chris. Let's see, Miss Giggy says good night. Deborah says, see ya, Chris. Let's see, Jason says night, Chris. Let's see, Jenny says, got you. Thank you, my friend. Let's see, Deborah says, you're having a great day, MVP. We sure are. Hey, for getting cold weather season, they're about ready to stock trout down here in these lakes. This water temperature's got to be daggone cold. Tell you what, I think it's time I'm going to go get my jacket. Jacket on. Get off with the dock cap back on. It's getting cooler down here, folks, so gotta change the tire. Yeah, it's definitely dropped below about maybe 50 degrees right now. It's first time all day I've gotten cold, to be honest. We were sitting in that sun. Now that sun just kind of disappeared on us. I hoodie just stuck in the back. Here we go. You know, a lot, people don't know this. You can wear a hoodie underneath a jacket. Helps a lot. Even if you got like 2 or 3 layers of jackets on, that extra hoodie is just a little extra something around your neck. Holds in a lot of body heat. Let's see, Deborah said, Danny says, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Donations are also welcome to keep me fishing. The PayPal, yeah, it's, oh, wait. You didn't say nothing, man. You don't want me to talk. You don't want me to talk. I'm trying to talk to you, folks. They don't let me. I saying? That's linked in my description on my main channel. If you guys want to donate, you can. If you can't, that's okay. No worries. Everyone's welcome in chat. Let's see, 13 people still in and 108 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's getting late in the day. I bet you that I can put a small rooster tail on that bait caster and cast her over. Be a little tricky, but I think I can get it done. Because that skipjack got one pretty good bite on it. It started doubling it, but it let it go. Let's see, Denny says, do it, Mike. All right. Sounds like a plan to me. We'll go down there, take one chat, come back, chat with you guys. And it takes a second to try this. One of the benefits of having a very simplistic rig is that you can unrig and re-rig very, very simply. Free. End of the day, I think I'll put on a little bright color, a little fire tire color. I see him. Make sure this doesn't get pulled in. I'm going to lose that track. I see him get the bite. That's fine. Let's dig this here after I kick that chat. Yeah, I did get 2 or 3 little pops out there, but I couldn't hook them. Let's see. Zaria, what's going on? Zaria says, hey. And hello, Han says hi. Let's see, Mrs. Retracted. Let's see, Danny says, welcome in chat. Welcome in the chat. Let's see, 12 people in and 108 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, I think I'm going to put on one of these. That's what I got that strike from. One of I hope I'll be able to hear this. I'm going to be loosening that drag here. I can just barely touch that line. I'll show this to you guys when I get a sign. I can work this jig at much slower than I couldn't quite work that Mr. Tail slow enough in that corner without getting snagged. Earlier they were quite firm, but number one, the wind wasn't blowing as bad, so I was able to really slow down the Mr. Tail so I could get them to hit it earlier. Big bobber, smaller. Probably just put the big bobber on, just weight on it. I'll put a big bobber on it. Get extra weight. Normally I wouldn't use this big of a bobber with a crappie jig, but I want a little extra weight so I can get her down there. Yeah, this is a pretty big bobber, so I usually don't use one big. I need some extra weight. I've got that tied on me tight. And this is one of Steve Turner's CrappieManJigs.com. One of his cool little hand ties. I think that's an 1/8 of an ounce. Could be heavy enough to hold this stuff. I've had at least 3 or 4 strikes down there. Hard pressed to hook them. I think they're skipjack because they'll pop it. I'll set the hook and I'll feel them for a split second and it'll pull right off. Usually with those stripers and white bass, if they pop it, you got them. I'm gonna come by with set with you guys for a minute so I can check that chat. See if there's anything going on with this right here. It's hard to even see a bite right now in this wind. The wind just started blowing like gale force right now. It wasn't blowing like this all day, folks. We were getting some like gusting winds. This stuff really picked up. Mind you, it does feel better fishing that artificial down here because I can keep warm moving. Yeah, I had like at least 3 of them hit down there. I think they're skipjack because I keep setting a hook on them. I'll feel them pop it when I pop it, and it'll just be dead weight. So hope that wind block is helping, folks. Let's see. Deborah says, "You're having a great day." Let's see. Miss Cutie says, "Have a wonderful day, and evening and night, everyone. See you in the next one." All right, thanks, Miss Giggy. I appreciate it. You have a great night. Let's see. Danny says, "Good night, Miss Giggy." Let's see. 13 people still in and 111 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. Thank you. When did I start this? Yeah. And it's getting dark fast, folks. That sun is just, you see it. It's about to leave the Illinois side already. And ain't even, was it 4 o'clock? 3:14 or something. Just checking messages, make sure everything's okay. Because if I don't want, I see that. I could probably do this around. That big lava should make something rough. It's kind of raw, but it's popping like that. Now, wind just had to start blowing like heck, didn't it? We haven't done a cast up current yet. Let's see if I can do something here. Let's settle first. And I got to know really deep because I want to see the black bottom. I'm just putting the bottom pretty much weight. Plus it does, you know, when you pop it like that, it'll pop like a pop. Makes the heck of a rocket bunch. I had on a piece of glass. That wind is just making so I can't keep my line tight. Doing this, make sure you keep your line tight. So that when you get a strike, you can feel it. While I have one. God, I knew I had something on it. go to a jig head with a horn on the bottom. Hot here. The run. It was nice to get those pikes over there again. I know they're over there. I can't really get a hook set in them in this wind. By the time I feel them hit, yeah, they've already spit it out. Just check. They know that's not real when they grab one, no matter how realistic it looks. I'm gonna put on one of Steve Hunter's straight up jig heads. I think we're gonna wind is blowing pretty good right now. That's a big one there. I think it's too big. Like big. I'm thinking about it, folks. Weight size often far more big thing. Oh, these eyes are jig head, I'm going to use the eyes. While they're watching hitting it. I look over, I see that rod mount. Folks, I'll get back to that in a second. A little jig head on this one for the evening. I think they probably went back out. Or the sun's getting low today, so. But that way we can get one rod back out here with corn. Very effective technique, the corn on the jig head. This is when your bait holder on the jig heads actually deplete your potential to get bites, because that bait holder will actually kind of tear the corn up, and it will look abnormal. quite a bit of that. Hard to see these bites in this wind, folks. I'm rigged up for lighter wind. It wasn't blowing here like this earlier. That sun went down a little bit. That wind started blowing. I think that looks pretty good. Line tight on both rods. Pretty good to me. Drop our kernel point lenses here. Let me clean them off. I mean, I can find it. So I can put it in the pocket, I thought. I picked them off the ground and moved them to another part of the ground. Yeah, that wind just picked up really bad right now, folks. We didn't have much wind at all during the beginning part of this feed. It didn't take but about maybe 15, 20 minutes for that stuff to start blowing like that. All right, we're back. Let's see, Lisa says, thank you. Feel better now. Yeah, I'm doing okay right now, Danny. It hasn't gotten too cold yet, but it's getting there. I did dress. I've got 2 jackets and a sweatshirt on. This wind is eating through me though quick. I can last for a little bit longer out here. Hard press. I can fish in 35-degree temperatures as long as I got the sun on me. When that sun drops, you can drop your core, your body pretty quick. Now I've been moving around for about the last half hour, fishing artificials around here, trying to see if I can get one of them white bass or stripers on, another skipjack, another white bass. We've caught I think we caught 9 or 10 different species today. Let's see. Danny says Lisa says clapping emojis. Let's see. He will for sure. We'll be on the call later with Mike to check up to make sure he's doing okay. Yeah, Danny makes me check in every time I go in and out. He knows that those psych medications can really mess with my memory sometimes, my short-term memory. I have I'll put something down or forget to, yeah. It's just, yeah, that's just kind of the way it is. I'll leave it at that. You can't, yep, you definitely can send me an email. That email's linked in my description on my main channel, Miss Giggy. And you know, Danny has my email address too, so I can he can make sure that I get it. Because it can get lost in spam sometimes. Yeah, people don't realize this about emails. The first time you send an email to someone, it will end up either in spam or in your trash. Now, when you accept that and contact back, it leaves your trash. Let's see, Denny says Mike is like a brother to me, so I'm always making sure. Yeah, and I really, really do appreciate that, Danny. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for you keeping an eye on me. Let's see, 7 people still in. Let's see, 100. Nope, 9 people back in and 100 and 19 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. Let's see, Bay 8 Fishing, what's going on? Bay 8 Fishing says Danny. Danny says Bay 8 Fishing. Let's see, Fisherman Manu, thanks for coming in. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Manu says hi. Manu says hi again. Danny says hi, Manu. Yeah, we've got a lot of fish on the feed, but that was before the wind started blowing 20 miles per hour right now. I've seen a few bites before I can even conceptualize going down there to get the suckers. The wind. Yeah. Let's see, Bay Fishing says Manu. And I do hope that wind block is helping you guys out. It's blowing pretty good out here right now, folks. Let's see, did you see the comment about the mail? Yeah, I saw it, Danny. That Miss Giggy might be contacting me by email. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Danny. Let's see, Manu says, hi, Bay 8 Fishing. As you guys can see the waves down here, it's we got 15, 20 mile per hour winds that just got started down here. Let's see the comment after that, Mike. Mike is, yeah, I'd say like a brother, making sure he's okay. Yeah, Danny, I read that. You're like a brother to me too, my friend. Ill to see no spicy pics. Yeah, you got the email, so no spicy pics. I got you, my friend. You can leave any tasteful ones in. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Damn guy getting break. I'm just kidding, folks. I really am. No, I'm not. Oh, there it is. I said it. And he's been waiting for it all day. I said googly. I said it. I said it. I meant it. Good googly. Good googly. Let's see, Danny laughing his butt off. Let's see, Danny says, that one indeed. Let's see, 12 people still in and 117 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. And I really do appreciate all those reactions. It's helped out the channel so much. Man, that sun is setting fast. It'll be off the Illinois shoreline in just a little bit here. It's already off us. Let's see, Bay Fishing with the heart emoji smiley face. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Do hope you're having an awesome, awesome day. It's the smiley face too. It's been one heck of a day so far, folks. On a steady path. That wind's got a kick to it too. And that wind definitely has a kick. Yikes. Look at it blowing that sand around behind me. Fishing with Rivers. Thanks for coming in, my friend. See, Rivers says it's too windy to fish here. Let's see, Jenny says, hi, Rivers. Yeah, it's pretty windy here, too. We caught some pretty good fish on the feed today. The only thing missing today were channel catfish, common carp, and flathead catfish of the other species that are regularly caught down here. We got worm on that rod, and we got corn on this other rod. Yep, Danny says a bit windy, literally. I bit my tongue. And levy his butt off. How can you do that and not bite your tongue? I wonder why I was sitting over there, because I'm out of the wind a little bit over here. Duh. That's why I was sitting down over here. Sheesh. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of the wind over here. Not much, a little bit. This is not quite as blowing as bad over here. Let's see, 13 people still in and 121 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Yep, just a little windy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit here. Look at that. Look at that, blowing. That sand blowing like that. Yeah, we're getting a sandstorm to our right. It's where all the sand's dried out. We still got a real good chance of getting a big one right at the end of the day. Come on, buddies. Sorry if I'm missing anyone's chat. Nature called. Let's see. And he says, "Hi, Rivers." Yep, got you, my friends. I think that's another bite. I just keep it loose. Now I'm gonna have to ride home in this crap too. I get to ride down here in the mornings in the cold and ride back in the evening when it's cold. Look at it. So watch it going to get hit in the head with a bat. I'm going to go pop. Yep, people that don't fish much won't, admit that happens. It happens on occasion. When you take a cast and it's so windy that it winds up going right in a circle and coming right back and hitting you in the daggone forehead. All right, our backup cell phone just died. Man. Let me give this a couple minutes on the battery extender here. Put some more juice in this sucker. She just went dead. Seriously, why don't you go in there? Go in there. What the heck? That's not gonna work. Let's think to go in. Just have to bend this little sucker a little bit or something. Let me check the charge on this. Oh, yeah, we're about to go dead, folks. I just noticed that our battery wasn't charging. We're down to like cute. We're down to, well, actually at about 12%. So we could still fish a little while longer. I don't know why that thing wasn't charging. Must have popped out on us. I think it's just a shot. I'm gonna have to get another. Yeah, this what happened was this charger wire shot. Whatever. Yeah, our battery didn't charge. Oh, well. No worries, my friends. We still got just a little bit of charge left. We got like 12% in our backup cell phone. It died. Obviously our this wire is no good. I've got to get a new one when I get home. I've got more of them. Let's see, Danny with 122 likes. That's just awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are just incredible, and I do appreciate this, my friends. Friends and family on YouTube. Yeah, this, apparently this wire, it died. Well, not a charger, but the charger's still saying 100%. I only bring one with me, so, well. We just got about another 15 minutes minutes anyway before we get to that 4 hour area. We're getting close, folks. We're getting close. Hopefully 12% charge will hold. Can I fix that here? I doubt it. It fit in there when I pushed it in there originally. Funny, it fits into the charger port, but it doesn't fit into the charger wire port. It's this wire, Danny. Yeah, apparently this died. Oh well. Could be worse. Let's see, Greg, what's going on? Greg says Mike. STL Greg. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jenny says hi, Greg. Jenny says USB to a C wire. Yeah, I'm not sure why. It looks like it's bent. Might be able to fix that with the needle nose pliers when I get back, but I've got extra wires. Every time you get like a battery extender or anything, you get an extra wire with it. This is an old wire. No worries. Well, I've been using it for a while because it gets sand in it down here sometimes, and that sand will bend it out of position. Get me one that's 9 foot long. Boy, that's a long one. I've never got one. I usually just use the ones that come with the things. Little stinker. It won't even go in there anymore. It must be bad. We're down to 10% charge, 3 hours, and I guess I'll run her 3 hours and 50 minutes. I'm not going to be able to get a 4 hour feed today because that's just going to go. Yep, definitely good for at home. I usually just get the extension wire really, really close to my bed. I do have to save a little bit of a charge so I can use my, tell you what, I do have my EBT card still. I mean, it's a debit card actually, it's not an EBT card. It's actually Social Security disability. I don't get EBT. They won't give that to me. Apparently, I'm too sane. I'm too sane, folks. I'm too sane. I'm kidding around, folks. Yeah, that wind is just, those waves are coming in hard. Well, I sure would like to run her to the 5 hour mark. I mean, that 4 hour mark. We haven't done a 4 hour feed in a while. I guess the rest of the skipjack's coming home with me for the cats. That's okay, my cats will like it. Meow meows like fishies. They like them. They like them. They like them. You guys noticed they kind of just died off when the sun went down. People say they fish bite better at night. I've never seen that. They do bite at night, but they bite better at night. I've never seen it. Even species like flathead catfish. I guess because I don't fish for walleye. Walleye are really nocturnal species of fish. But flathead catfish, even flathead, I've really never seen them hit better at night than during the day. See 7 people still in, 124 thumbs up. Yeah, hard pressed for our last 2 live feeds to even break 100. Yeah, I got my card, folks. I got my card. I can use that, so I can run the charge down. Like to leave at least 2 or 3% in just in case some kind of emergency happens and I've got to call 911 or something. 3 hours, 50 minutes. See 11 people back in and 124 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Yeah, we're running on fumes right now, folks. Our battery's about to go dead. Our charger wire, it died. Oh my God. I saw that even over there. Oh, you little stinker, thank you. And it's pulling on it pretty good, too. Still got a few. Still got a few left in here. Sounds like right out in the middle. Pretty wide. That's where it was. Man. That one really hit it. Let's see, Whiskers says, later, Danny. Let's see, Whiskers says, enjoyed it, Mike. See you on the next one. All right, I hope you have a great night, my friend. And I do appreciate you coming in. Let's see, Whiskers says, later, Danny. Let's see, Lisa says, the one that got away. I've just missed, yeah, I just missed him, too. Let's see, Danny with the LOL. Let's see, 8 people still in and 124 thumbs up. Come on, just one more fishy to end the feed. see, yep, DCP, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. DCP says, MVP, how's it going? We did it pretty good today, DCP. Got a lot of different species of fish today. Some real big ones, too. Let's see, DCP says, I'm late today. Lisa with the smiley face. And he says, hi, DCP. DCPs, that's great. Yeah, we've caught stripers, we've caught white bass, we've caught skipjack herring, grass carp, buffalo carp, whole bunch of drum. And if you see, right before I started this feed, you'll see a 3.5 pound striper I put on a short feed. Let's see, DCP says nice. We just missed a bite. He pulled it really hard. I was just a split second behind him setting the hook. That really pulled on it too. That kind of reminds me of big old grass carp. Trying to get to that 4-hour barrier, folks. We just got a few more minutes to go. And our battery's running on fumes right now. It's down to what is it, 5%. Let's see, 3 hours and 54 minutes. Yeah, I think I better kill her before she runs out, because this cell phone, if I remember correctly, she'll turn off at about maybe 2 or 3% left, and just bite. Buddy, come on, get it. Oh, you little stinker, man. The running side should be turned off. I know it is. It must be running on like fumes right now. This wind picked up the last hour of the feed. It made it really hard to see bites. We went from like deadpan water down here to like 20-mile-per-hour winds. I see 358. Let's see, 4% battery charge left. I pressed the wrong button. Let's see, 9 people still in, 125 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see, Mike, brother, speak to you later at the chat. Have a great rest of the day. All right, folks, I think I'm gonna kill this feed too. We're at 356. But I think our battery's about to go dead, so I'm gonna wish you guys a great day, a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm just gonna have my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Again, thanks for coming in, my friends. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.